HooHooHooRobin.
It's a very, very busy day. Very busy day. A lot of excitement because Howard's starting his satellite radio career.
Hoo-hoo.
You could just hear the excitement. Wait, listen. Wow.
Did I hear? No, I thought I did. For a second, I thought I did.
Wow.
But no.
Anyway, speaking of satellite radio.
You know what? Quickly, he may be vindicated a bit in my eyes.
Why?
In such a way. Because he goes to satellite, and he starts doing things, and it is annoying when people do the things you did when you first started in a medium. When we first came to satellite radio, we saw all the freedom and opportunity to do things and play certain things and react to them in a certain way. And then to see him go on and hear about things that we did when we first got, I mean, verbatim, and just things being played and done and said and scenarios being played through that are, I got to say, exactly like what went on here.
Right.
Everything from how we handled the technical glitches on the air to certain material that we played 8 months ago.
Right down to playing George Carlin.
To the George Carlin opener.
We thought that was the only way
7 Dirty Words.
To start your career on satellite radio is to do 7 Dirty Words.
7 Dirty Words, which we started when we first came on. I mean, the Pat O'Brien tapes. I'm getting reports from the pests.
Well, this is what's amazing, and he's just going to do it to himself. He's playing the Pat O'Brien sex tapes and saying it's the first time that these tapes have been heard uncensored.
Yeah, what?
We got press on the fact that we were playing them. Uncensored, you ass.
And in true O&A style, we drove that shit into the ground.
That's right.
We played it till you didn't want to hear it anymore.
That's right. But there you go. You know, he's had a long time to think about what to do on satellite radio, and that's how he opens up his new career, by playing the Pat O'Brien sex.
Yeah, but he had an interesting little take on it. He played Prince's "Let's Get Crazy" on top of it.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Kind of did that too.
Hoo-hoo. Now we're the guys. Hoo-hoo. We started that. We were doing that. We were doing that 8 months ago. Tell him, Derek.
All of Sirius radio rips me off.
We tie a bandana around Pat O'Brien's car and listen to him curse.
Amazing.
Yeah, like, you know what we just worked on?
What?
Which is just crazy when you hear him that way. We have all the Pat O'Brien tapes now uncensored.
We gotta save those
me
for
and
Monday.
Betsy and a whore.
Oh, that's right.
That's gonna be awesome.
Those are
Yeah,
awesome.
it was.
That's a whole new thing. And then I know Dan was putting together all new songs with
Right.
him.
Oh, my God. Putting together all new songs with him. Yeah. It's the same shit we did.
You know it's gonna be awesome because you heard it.
Yeah,
You heard it in your
it.
Escalade, you fucking asshole.
You saw the reaction to it. It was well received. We got press on it.
Nice.
Oh, my God. Can I tell you something?
He should be in jail.
I'll tell you something. I missed the whole first time, I guess, with the bleeping. I never realized he said that he wanted to beat off in her face.
Yeah, because you know
Yeah,
that's
the bleep was so big you couldn't tell what
that's a
that was.
very important part of the puzzle that he wants to beat off on her face. I mean, that's a major violent act as far as I'm concerned.
No, it really is.
How many women's faces have you beat off on? Honestly,
This is a stranger he's
Well,
talking
like
to.
I got to hear that again. Did
That's
he really
what
say
I heard.
beat off on your face?
It's shocking.
I thought he said come on your face. It beat off.
Yeah.
I think he said beat off.
Definitely says beat off, yeah.
What?
He definitely says beat
If you want, Howard, we have the
Now say that again.
He definitely says beat
Okay,
off.
I'm playing with the board.
If you wanted to, you could go to the individual clips, but maybe we save them for another day.
Jesus Christ.
Sounds very familiar, doesn't it?
Wow.
But see, everyone rips him off.
But it's,
But his first opportunity,
first day. Hoo-hoo.
his first opportunity on satellite radio, he's blatantly doing something we did very well and got press for doing.
It
by
was
the way.
great. And to have satellite radio available to you to play those tapes uncensored is a blast. And it was for us when the tapes came out about 8 months ago.
A long, long time ago.
A long time ago. And we played the songs over them because it's funny as shit to do.
And we had the listeners do their own remixes.
The listeners sent in their remixes, and that's when the bit ends because that's when it gets really bad because the listeners, for the most part, stink.
It was one of our best bits since coming to satellite radio. The
Right.
Pat O'Brien sex tapes and the remixes.
God.
So we want to go to that well again. I got a hold of Steve last night, and the Emily Stern audio is up on OpieAnthony.com.
Yes, it is, and the video.
Where she talks about her big Jewish tits.
Yes.
And we're looking for remixes, everybody.
Remixes from the listeners, please.
Yes, we did the first one, and quite
now, Opie, wait a minute.
Quite frankly, it's lame, and we know that. And you guys called us out on the fact that it's lame.
Opie, before you put that in the player there, what did Imus say?
Oh, you want
now?
To
Yes, because Imus is like the patriarch of this program, and I think we ought to listen to him when he said, "Please, maybe we shouldn't goof on Stern's daughter."
Right. Well, this is what Imus said. We couldn't really tackle this bit in Vegas because we only had 2 hours.
2 hours in front of a dopey live audience.
But we're going to tackle this bit now, aren't we? So this is what Imus had to say.
Howard Stern's daughter, Emily, has abruptly been pulled out of an off-Broadway show in which she appeared stark naked.
Yeah.
And there are some pictures in the Post, too.
Yeah. Well, I'll leave the guys.
And the Daily News.
And the Daily News. But it's a wild shot with, she's playing actually Madonna in the show Triad, which is, obviously it's about the Kabbalah and the famous follower of Kabbalah, which is Madonna. And so she appears in these yellow panties and a cone bra. And in the finale, the rabbi, who's the executive director of the show, tells her that if she gets naked, the Messiah will come. And she strips off all of her clothes, and then the rest of her cast also gets nude, and then they worship her body parts.
And it was panned in the New York Times as dreadful, mind-numbing, and in bad taste. How great would it be, though, if she ended up on Opie and Anthony, sticking cucumbers in her private parts? I mean, wouldn't the irony be something to behold there, or no? I mean, is it not something here that's some twist that's sort of
looking for a silver lining, right?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Leave the guy's kid alone.
So there's Imus. Leave the guy's kid alone.
Leave the guy's kid alone.
By the way, we brought this to the attention of the media, the whole Emily Stern thing. And here's Imus begging us to lay off Howard's daughter.
Yeah.
Here's what I want to say, and I just hope Opie and Anthony, and I'm very close to Opie. In fact, I think he may be my son.
Yes.
And I do like him. I would say to them, let's just lay off the Howard Stern daughter story. I think there's some things that,
If they do that, then they're pussies.
Yes.
They have to go after her and him.
I would be very disappointed in them if they were to do that. I would implore them and beg them here this morning on my program, the Imus Women program, to just
rise above it.
Rise above that.
Sure.
O&A, this is your morning to rise above that. And I hope you do that.
And not to challenge the stripped naked appearance of Emily Stern in this, what I guess is just an atrocious off-Broadway show. Off-Broadway.
Some things that ought to be off limits, and I just
take the high road, boys.
I've just implore and beg my friends Opie and Anthony, and I said I must go to Opie to try to take the high road, because as Kinky said, there's no mud on the high road. So hopefully I'll get a report later today on whether in fact they took my advice. They unfortunately often do not.
With that said, Mr. Imus, we hear you loud and clear.
Yes,
and that's why we're starting this brand new bit on the Opie and Anthony program. This brand new bit.
Man, if that wasn't good cop, bad cop, where they're both really bad cop.
Yeah.
Well, stop it. Now, an interesting side note on that. When that audio came in, didn't our own E-Rock say, guys, I don't get it. Imus is really saying, pleading that you guys don't goof on Howard's daughter.
Right.
Like, he didn't see through that at all. He didn't hear the sarcasm
Whatever
in
you
Imus's
do,
voice.
for the love of God.
For the love of God, for all that is holy, please do not talk about Emily badly.
Yeah.
Guys, again, let me reiterate, don't do that. And E-Rock tells us, Imus is saying not to goof on the situation. And I was like, wow, really? That's odd of Imus to say.
Because Imus loves when we bash Stern.
And then you
absolutely
listen to...
loves it.
Yeah.
If you run the tape backwards, I'm sure you hear some sort of evil Imus voice telling you to do it.
Of course you do.
Make fun of her daughter.
Make fun of the whore, I don't care.
But E-Rock, guys, Guys?
E-Rock, you want to defend yourself?
E-Rock.
Face value E-Rock.
You want to try?
That was before I got the audio. That was based on what everybody was sending in saying, oh, Imus is telling you guys not to do it. Then I got the audio.
You heard the audio and then told us, obviously, Imus is being sarcastic,
blaming the
right?
listeners?
No, you didn't tell us that.
No,
you
after that I said I have the audio, and that was the last
I have the audio of Imus saying that you shouldn't make fun of Emily Stern.
That's all I said.
Instead of going, wow, the guy really is sarcastic in this, it's pretty funny, and
pretty obvious.
It's pretty obvious he wants us to goof on her.
Nudge, nudge.
Okay. All I said was I have the audio.
E-Rock, he doesn't get sarcasm.
Wow.
Well, we got Rob on Long Island. He's got a problem with us. A faithful listener of the show. Rob, what's up today?
How you doing, guys?
All right.
I just think that you guys are above that. But actually,
No,
after hearing Imus, I really didn't know. I mean, he really does want you to. So
Howard
blessing.
spent many, many hours during his career making fun of people's kids. Many, many hours. Wishing AIDS on some...
Built a career on wishing AIDS on general managers, goofing on people's children, constantly goofing on people's children, calling out people, other radio personalities that are very close with this program and their children.
Brother Weeze.
Right, Brother Weeze.
I'll say it, Brother Weeze, when Howard went into Rochester, New York, was killing one of Weeze's daughters.
That was his first thing that he did.
Weeze's daughter.
And how old was she at the time?
I don't even know.
I don't
want to get too much into it, but basically, Howard just went right after Weeze's daughter.
Right after that was first
he's such
thing
a nice
he did.
guy.
Not real nice guy.
So go fuck yourself.
And the guy has done nothing but rag on the children of celebrities when they trip up, when they fuck up. That's the first thing he does. And what he does is, and what he's done over the years, and any fan or anybody who's listened to him would know this, he goofs on the parent and says, what type of parenting are they doing that this child goes out and does this? Well, Howie, the same type you did. The same type that got into that situation at the Jingle Ball a couple of years back. You might remember that one, where we have police reporting that you and your estranged wife at the time were in the hospital waiting room crying as there was a situation taking place inside. That bad parenting, if you ask me, not being there. When you're on the air yelling about your clones wanting your acceptance and using your catchphrase, love me, daddy. All they want to do, these other jocks, they just want my attention. They're trying to get my attention. Love me, daddy. Love me, daddy. Well, you should have maybe taken that love me, daddy and turned it toward your children. So maybe your 22-year-old daughter wouldn't be naked with those luscious, huge Jewish tits up on that stage talking about her cunt and her ass and her tits up on a stage if daddy was there for her, instead of greedily trying to sign a contract for a few extra bucks. Maybe if you were there for your children, they wouldn't end up like so many of the children of the celebrities that you goofed on and built a fucking career on. And now we're supposed to sit back and not say anything? Take the high road? No. You know something? We're not above the high road. No. We can be just as big as scumbags.
And the Pat O'Brien sex tapes, that bit was so great for us, we got to do it again, and we'll just use the Emily Stern audio.
Right.
See what the listeners come up with.
Okay.
The dirtier, the better, by the way.
The filthier, the better.
Here's the unedited audio of Emily Stern in this really, really awful, way off Broadway play.
It's in Long Island.
It's way off Broadway.
Some Jewish theater group.
What kind of...
Sexual, spiritual, sexual, both and in all, sexual, spiritual, all like hell, the name of God, my breasts, my white shining legs, my vagina, my ass are all godly. Breast in Hebrew is Shad, God in Hebrew is Shaddai. Shaddai in Hebrew also means my breasts, God, in my tits inside God, my tits are godly, my tits are God. I'm so happy I'm in the Kabbalah Center. I learned so much. I now meditate on letters TIT, and everybody will immediately notice my tits. Letters TIT, come hither. I love
We have to listen to this whole thing.
Please.
It's like a minute left.
This is why I never go to theater.
Theater.
It's
the theater. We're going to the theater. And then horrific.
Preach
Close off.
is the opposite of deep, and sleep when the piece at the beginning is bad news, be at the end is great. Deep, don't preach. Sleep, keep. Papa, don't preach. I'm in trouble deep. Papa, don't preach. I've been losing sleep, but I made up my mind. I'm keeping my baby. I'm gonna keep my baby.
Turn it off. Sounds like those Wizard of Oz tapes you were playing.
Yeah, the retarded Wizard of Oz.
Turn it off!
Why are you spitting on me? Is this catalytic? Oh, okay, here you go.
First of all, it's absolutely awful acting.
I don't care who was in that part.
Yeah, let's just start with saying that.
Let's just critique
awful,
the audio.
Awful.
Horrid.
Acting.
Horrid.
So,
what do you do with material like that? I mean, it's just... Who wrote that shit? They're like trying to make fun of Madonna, I guess?
You could say no, though. You could say no. You want to be an actress?
Try another part.
Yeah. Try another part.
Yeah.
You're Howie's daughter. I'm sure that you get some offers
some cash,
just because you're Howie's daughter.
I guess it's a big ensemble cast, and they each have their different take on the Kabbalah, and hers is the, latest celebrity craze take on it, and she chooses a Madonna-type character, and at the end she rips her clothes off.
Yeah.
That's good for
And there may or may not
play.
be naked pictures of Howard's daughter out there.
I haven't seen any of the naked ones.
Yeah, I haven't really seen them.
I haven't seen them yet.
I haven't seen them. That's right, haven't seen them. So that audio's up on opieandanthony.com. We're looking for remixes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And even I think some of our guys are going to try the old remix game.
People love doing the remixes at home. The filthier, the better.
We made a quick one. Mm-hmm. People hate it.
Really?
They hate it, but this is what we came up with fast.
Spiritual, sexual.
You're the end of the rainbow.
My breasts.
My pot of gold.
My white shining legs, my vagina.
Your daddy's little girl.
My ass are all godly.
You have and hold.
God, in my tits.
A precious gem.
My tits inside, God.
Is what you are.
My tits are godly.
Your mommy's bright.
My tits are God.
And shining star.
Spiritual, sexual.
You're the spirit of Christmas.
Immediately notice my tits.
My star on the tree.
TIT.
You're the Easter bunny.
Papa, don't preach.
To mommy and me.
I'm in trouble deep.
Your sugar, your spice.
Papa, don't preach.
Your everything.
I've been losing sleep.
And your daddy.
God, in my tits. My tits inside, God. My tits are godly. My tits are God.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
I've got Allison. Allison. She's the best friend I could ever have.
He's gonna lose his mind when the remixes start coming in. This bit had to start somewhere.
Mama.
The bit, you know, it's off to a slow start, but we'll see what happens as the days go on here. The Emily Stern remix contest starts today.
Love me, daddy. Love me, daddy.
The audio's up on OpieandAnthony.com. People are suggesting what to do with that. Well, yeah, porn music would be nice.
Tell him, Fred.
So there you have that.
How long before she is in some radio studio with guys throwing baloney at her ass? Or laser pointering her thighs, tits? If that isn't a cry, do I have to spell it out?
She seems, yeah.
Is there somebody really thinking maybe this is her just wanting to branch out and be an actress? Or do I have to fucking sit here and spell out the fact that this girl is trying her damnedest to get back at daddy and get daddy's attention by being naked? And this is step number 1. And we all know what the final step is. We all know what the the final ultimate step would be, as was suggested, being here on this program.
With cucumbers?
With getting a cucumber up the twat. That's the goal. But at a Thanksgiving or Christmas dinner, when she brings home none other than Patrice O'Neill as her new boyfriend to Howie.
Why do you have to go the black route?
Because
Patrice O'Neill is a fine gentleman.
I know that.
And he would make a very nice husband.
But it is known that some white girls, to get back at daddy, bring home black guys. You want more gangster than Patrice? Who do you think would be good?
I don't know if it's a black-white thing.
It certainly is. In a Jewish family?
She seems to just be a wild one. She just seems to be wild.
You think a little wild?
Yeah. Absolutely.
I don't know. Some people can't pick a script, though.
Yeah.
Some people just aren't good at it.
If somebody maybe ought to read over her scripts and say, no, I don't think this one's for you.
Like I said, you could say no. You could say no. Well, lots of reaction on the phones right now. Tex in Arkansas. Tex, what's up?
Hey, guys, today is the last day of my job. I quit. I stay at home with my daughter for the rest of her life so she doesn't embarrass me, and she turns out to be a good kid and nothing like Emily Stern. This is my last day of work. I'm officially giving notice this morning.
Oh, and Howard was livid. He made her quit the play and everything. He was beyond pissed off.
Little spin on that one was that the director promised not to let her name out and make any tie between her and Howard, and once that was broken, that confidence was broken, she quit.
Yeah, because write something that is so trustworthy.
Yeah, doesn't want to capitalize.
No, not at all. He's not just trying to get some actress in there naked
with a little name on. But I don't think that's the case anyway.
Wow, the article is great. I only read the Post article when we were in Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
Stern daughter rudely exposed to stage world. The writer-director of Kabbalah, an off-Broadway religious satire in which cast members stripped naked yesterday, blasted female lead Emily Stern as a Jewish-American princess for abruptly quitting the show and called her famous father, Howard Stern, a psycho. Israeli-born stage maven Tuvia Tenenbaum, who runs the Jewish Theater of New York, told me he canceled the run when the 22-year-old actress who played Madonna in the show bowed out after 6 weeks at the Triad Theater on West 73rd Street because a couple of Howard Stern fan sites exposed her celebrity parentage. We were looking for a talented actress to replace her, this guy says. But after Stern fan site outed her, Emily was distraught. She said she was freaked out and had to quit, but I told her she was behaving like a Jap, just what she promised me she would not do, said the 48-year-old Tenenbaum, a former Orthodox rabbi who moved to the United States, blah, blah, blah. After I cast her in late September, her father called her in for a meeting. Tenenbaum recounted. She came back very shaken. She said, my father basically told me that if I take the role, which requires her to be on stage nude for the last 10 minutes, that his enemies would buy blocks of tickets, throw garbage at my vagina, take nude pictures of me, and put them all over the internet. I told Emily, you have to stand up for yourself as a human being and as an individual.
We have a winner.
And separate from your father. Your father's a psycho. Your father is selfish. Howard Stern's manager, Don Buchwald, refused to discuss the situation and called me an unprintable name. He added sarcastically, you're a noted journalist, and I look forward to reading one of your epic stories. And it just goes on. That
disowned. Sounds to me like she's disowned. Like he put the law down and she said, fuck you. Right. I'm doing this anyway.
Right.
I'm my own woman.
More quotes from Howard about this. He told her, if you're in that show, a lot of people are going to use it against me. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. I
and
told
she
her,
did.
this is Tenenbaum again, your father's a brilliant entertainer, but he's very selfish towards you. And I said I would keep it a secret that she was Howard Stern's daughter, but she had to promise me she wouldn't quit, so we went ahead. And there you have it. Well, the audio's up on opieandanthony.com. We will do
there is
remixes.
video.
And the video's up too?
Yeah.
Somewhere?
Robin, Robin, Robin,